Hi, my name is Andres Quintero, and today I will talk about my experience with the Nikon Z5. I have been using the camera for more than 6 months. This gave me the opportunity to try the camera in different scenarios like interiors, exteriors, as well in various lighting and weather conditions. The camera is very comfortable to grab, and in my opinion is very lightweight and easy to carry around. It is a little bit more than 1 kilogram with the lens I use, the 50mm 1.8s. The EVF is big enough. As well, everything and every button on the camera feels like it is where it is supposed to be. I will say that the RAW files from the camera have excellent image quality, sharpness, as well as the pleasing colors characteristic of Nikon. Here is an example of a photograph I made in Zagreb, Croatia, and the camera allowed me to capture a beautiful reflection of the sun on the city. In low light, I feel comfortable making photographs up to 3000 ISO. The files will retain a very low quantity of noise. Here is a sample of a photo I made at the Christmas market in Frankfurt am Main in Germany. Here, the only light sources were the Christmas lights, and they were good enough to illuminate the model. By the other hand, the camera has a really good stabilization for photography. I was able to capture photos with around 1/30 of a second, keeping the non-moving objects perfectly steady without using a tripod. The autofocus of the camera is the part that I find struggle the most. If you left the autofocus find the objects on its own, for some reason it preferred to focus on 3 branches. If the light conditions are optimal, you can select on the screen the exact point that you want to focus. But in some occasions, especially when it is cloudy or the object is a little bit far away, let's say around 8 meters, you select the exact point that you want to focus and the camera will start doing focus breathing. Sometimes it never finds the point you want to focus, and another times it will tell you it is in focus, and when you make the photo and check it, it was not in focus. Another important point to talk about the camera is the eye tracking for humans. If the light conditions are ideal and your subject is not moving too much or slowly changing to one pose to another one, you will be able to focus on one eye without a problem. But in some occasions, especially after the last update, the camera will tell you that the focus is on one eye, you make the photo, and then you check the photo, the camera still tells you that the focus is on this specific eye, but when you zoom in, it's completely out of focus. If the subject is a little bit far away from the camera, and let's say there are not too many tree branches around, the camera will stop finding the eye, but it will find the face anyways. But in case the model is walking, it's very difficult to keep each of the photos in focus. Most of them will be out of focus. With the time, I found out the best possible way to focus on each occasion. But even so, I am never 100% sure if the photos I made were in focus or not. So I have to check them all every time I make a shot. Already knowing that the camera has difficulties to find subjects that are walking, it is even more complicated to keep the focus on faster objects like, let's say, skateboarders. Object tracking. The camera comes as well with an object tracking function, but it is very slow, so I tend to never use it. Video. The 4K quality of the video coming out of the camera is good. Even though the camera and the lens have stabilization, here is a video I made in Dubrovnik. As you can see, the footage is way too shaky, and if you stabilize it in post, it will cut even more to the 1.7x crop that the 4K video already has. I would say it is necessary to have a gimbal in order to use the camera for video. Then it will be possible to have a nice and usable footage. I was able to get very good results on image quality and color from the camera, even on low light conditions. And I am very happy with many of the stills I made with the Nikon Z5. Even though, in many occasions it was very difficult to get a shot, because the autofocus was not fast or responsive enough. I was not able to rely on the autofocus the whole time without checking the photos first. As for video, I would say you can make videos with this camera if it's attached to a gimbal or to a tripod. What are your thoughts on the Nikon Z5? Do you think it will allow you to make everything you need to make? If you already have the camera, tell me, how is your experience so far? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to give it a like to the video and to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this one.